Poverty. I'm trying to talk about the grassroots poverty. Now here we talk about the little kids in the streets with little food to eat. Some orphaned due to HIV/AIDS and some just bashed in the streets due to extreme poverty. And we are talking about a woman who's lost their partner and has no means to survive. We're talking about grandparents with so many grandchildren to take care of. Now we're talking about a group that is living on less than $1-2 a day. Some who are living on even less than that. Now this brings me to the brink of saying nobody will never ever understand poverty until it sleeps in your bedroom.
This is St. Anne's home for the orphans. We started this home as a nursery in the year 1997. And before this, I was a nursery teacher at Pampieri Catholic Center. I worked there for 13 years, then I retired. I have 15 orphans, but normally not really 15, because some also you find they come. Sometimes they stay up to very late. I feed them, and then maybe guardian or parents come to collect them. Some are left to stay. And then even these orphans that I stay with, some guardians, when they don't have proper jobs or they have problems like death, their income cannot afford them, even keep the orphans with them. So when they hear that I can do this thing, they come and approach me.
My name is Rosa Kello. I'm a teacher at St. Anne Nursery School. I have 51 children in this class. And I still expect more because some are sick. In total, there are 56. When I was a baby, my mother carried me. And now I am a big one, a strong one. Belinda is our child here in St. Anne. She learns at St. Anne. She lives in St. Anne. She's here because she doesn't have parents. She has no mother. She has no father. She was blessed to find the St. Anne's. And she enjoys the life in St. Anne. Yes. Her name is Beryl Akot, and she's 9 years old. She's also a total orphan in St. Anne. She used to live with the grandmother. The grandmother cannot afford to take her to school, cannot afford to give the right standards she needs.
My own children, in particular, I have 10 children.
I've been helping my mom with teaching of the children. It's a lot of work dealing with the children. Like we have also small children who doesn't come for the class, but they come for daycare.
My involvement is basically communication and networking, because my mom don't really have time. We are not rich. My family is not rich. But then we have undergone a lot of problems in our lifetime. Like there are some times in life when I was just young, my mom would tell me we don't have any food for the supper. But I couldn't believe it, I couldn't just understand why we don't have that food.
At first I felt, why should she take this thing? Why should she take this responsibility? And then she helped me to understand that the children need help. Also we had to struggle. This is a country of struggle. You struggle to survive, you struggle to live, you struggle to get what you want.
There are so many people who are rich in Kenya, but they don't start such like programs. Have you asked yourself why? Because You see, like most of them are born in silver spoon, and they don't just see why you are poor, they don't just see why you are infected, they don't just understand you. Now, the person who understands you is the person who is with you, the person who lives with you. I mean, the person who follows the same lane that you follow. So that's somebody who understands you. Nyalenda is for those people who really don't have anything, those who are trying to survive on the little scraps that are left. So this road is like a partition, and it's like a road that is closing, separating classes, the high classes, those who are unable, and like the second class.
Most of the parents, they don't have money to pay for these children. And the children are quite aggressive. They want to learn more. They're interested in education. They have sweet stories, they have dreams, and we shouldn't deny them that if we have the ability to. So that was why she decided, then I should do something also for these children.
It was good that Fanny left school, did her higher education, and then she came to join me. But as a daughter, she's also having her principles. She wants to do this, she wants to do this.
I had a dream of being a doctor myself. And then from doctor, either I'll be a neurosurgeon. We have surgeons here, but then their works are never pleasing. When you hear people who've gone for operation, and at times you feel like shedding tears, people losing their lives. And I pray to God that if He can bless my hands, I'm out to help the people.
I need them to help me help the children, because when there are many like that, I cannot afford. There are some parents, even though they are Luos, they speak with children Swahili at home. So the child knows Swahili and English and the Luo.
In class, we teach English and Swahili. Since Swahili is the national language, we sometimes teach Swahili.
I also teach children in class phonics.
Oval shape, semeni? Oval shape. Again? Oval shape.
And even some of the activities which is outside the class, we are training them in domestic works. They can wash our plates and even clean the compound. They pick the rubbish. They keep their surrounding clean.
First, I teach them hygiene, how they could keep themselves clean. I teach them the importance of washing. I also teach children physically how to play. You know, children need to grow. So after when they play, you give them exercises, they grow.
They are constructing shapes, circle shape and square shape. And even academically, we still lack so many things in class, like books, practical materials, and even some reading materials. We still need them for the children. The food they are using is provided by St. Anne. In the morning, they can have porridge at 6 there. At 10, they can have tea. And at 12, they can have ugali and vegetables sometimes. Ugali with fish. Like today, they took it with fish. And in the evening, they can take ugali again with something. Yeah.
I used to start from young ones. So I take a plate, I put ugali, a vegetable, I just put in one plate. Because I can't give them 2 plates. Then one by one. But what I see is difficult. You can find a child from very far. Give me. But sometimes I'm lonely. Nobody to support me or to help me. Sometimes I'm just one. No, sometimes food is small or money. No, we don't have money. And the work is many. After cooking, even for 3 days, even me, I'm not feeling good. And what I could tell you first, but for example, where we are here, you can see dust. Disease is very easy. Disease which troubles children here is just measles, malaria, pneumonia. These are the major ones. I'm having these orphans, 15 children. With me, we are 16. But with the children's boss, there are four children. So we are 20 people in this room. Some of the children, they are sleeping here. I put the mattress this side, sick ones separate this side. Children got a lot of pneumonia because of lack of blankets. They don't sleep well. Tomorrow, you will hear the one who was good is now sick. That's the main problem I'm seeing.
On my husband's case, he has not been with me all along. He likes to be away. Once he was in Uganda for long. And then when I go there for sometimes and then I come back. Maybe for holidays and then I come back. All these ways I can get little support from him.
My children, I have a sister who watch them when I come to school. But I'm the one providing for them. I also don't have a mother, I don't have a father. They died when I was still very young. When I was 3 months old, I was told that. So I was brought up by my grandmother. Yeah, we used to live with her. And that time when I got married, we didn't stay with my husband for long because he was not faithful. So I had to give him chance. With this HIV disease, if somebody is not faithful to their partner, must be very careful about it. So I was afraid that I might get the disease because he was not faithful at all.
With men, you have a man, and then at first he accepts we use a condom. Next time he tells you, when you use a condom with me, then you don't trust me. Then you shouldn't even be my wife. If you don't trust me, you want me to use a condom, then no. Then he wants you to go with him without a condom. And that's one of the ways that it spreads. I am a Luo. It's a tribe. In my community, there are many laws that were made by the forefathers. Most men, they have 2 wives. Of course, they have the first one for around 2-3 years. In these 2-3 years, he starts finding a lover, maybe at the workplace, in the town, if he's a driver on the way, and then later introduce this lady. I think the most thing that women need in this country, they need to know their rights first of all, and then they need to know that they should be independent. They should not be dependent on somebody.
HIV infections are associated with cultural practices, okay, some of which are thought to be different from other parts of Kenya, like wife inheritance, practices like those. If a man passes away, his brother can take on his wife as his own wife. And so in this case, if that man passed away or died because of HIV infection of AIDS, then that means the wife may be infected and her new husband, and if her new husband dies, she still gets inherited by another. But now people are beginning to understand, there is a lot of awareness about all this in this region. But it's the prevalence levels in Kisumu have always been among the highest in the country.
Nyalenda, which is a slum area in Kisumu. The AIDS scourge has been quite high in the area. You find in most homes, the adults have died, and the people have remained are the small children and most cases grandmothers who cannot take care of them because they don't have the finances. So you find because of that, most children have gone to the streets. So I think to do something that can make these children have good health, have food, have education is something that all of us want to support. Because one thing, I don't think most of the people in Kisumu even accept that they have got the disease. Because the culture of the Luos, who are the most people in that area, have many reasons of explaining the cause of death. It's malaria, or an illness, or some type of disease that they can't understand, but none of them would put it as AIDS.
My name is Daniel Ochieng, and I'm HIV positive. I was diagnosed in 1999, late 1999. I just finished my 4th year in the medical school. Then I became very sick. I agreed to take an HIV test, and it turned out to be positive. I contracted HIV/AIDS, I think, back in '94 because that's when I just finished my high school. I was trying to make money for my college, and then I was moving around with other ladies. I'm sure I contracted it through heterosexual activities, which is the most common way that people contract it in Kenya. When I started the treatment, I was very sick. I was depressed. I couldn't eat. I could not even walk. I couldn't stand. Somebody had to feed me, and then I went blind. When I got out of the wards first, I went to stay in a private hostel somewhere, but the students there actually refused that I stay there because they thought I was going to die there, and so they kicked me out of there. Then I came to stay in IU House, and now I've been in IU House for over 2 years. So I went to the US for an eye checkup. They put in a new lens and reattached the retina. Then I came back after the operation, and on coming back, the board of the medical school decided that due to poor vision, I cannot continue with medical college anymore. So what I'm starting up now is an HIV/AIDS support group to encourage those who are infected and those who are affected, and to destigmatize the HIV/AIDS in Kenya so that people can openly talk about it and to avoid the further spread of HIV/AIDS.
Every weekend we have to attend funerals. Every weekend we have to go to the homes and bury people, you see. Well, but the message I can pass is we still have some hope in life. Because HIV/AIDS has really changed our behaviors by now, you see. It has. And though many people are still ignorant about it, but we just have the hope. Maybe one brighter day.
Well, as part of my personal endeavors, I've done some tour cycling for the HIV orphans and children that are orphaned because of extreme poverty in my community. I've done the first cycling from Kisumu to Nairobi. That's 580 kilometers. Then I came back again and I did another cycling from Kisumu to Kitale, 400 to 500 kilometers. My cycling majorly it was like meeting people, telling them about our St. Anne's program, creating some HIV/AIDS awareness on the road, getting to learn what people know and what they don't know. I feel so proud because there's no way I can pay back for the society to raise me up to this level I am. The only way I can show my appreciation is through doing something that can help the little kids, because they are our future, they are our future leaders. They show what our future will be, because without them then we are doomed.
Some children, they come because they can't stop coming. They love coming here. he or she cannot go to the primary school and cannot avoid coming here.
It is something she's doing deep from her heart, and my family are also doing it, trying to assist in one way or the other.
Me, I started it because I found that there is a need for them, to comfort them, to give them the much I can, and to be with them and to make them happy.
Ding, ding, ding.
The guardians and the other people appreciate, and I also feel very nice, very good. If they appreciate whatever I've done to them, they appreciate children also. They take me as a close relative, close relative.
Ding, ding, ding.
I had a friend who was calling me an iron lady. That was nickname.